You already know how easily new programs install when they feel like stories. And somewhere inside, the system listens, not to the words, but to the rhythm between them. Because the nervous system loves a good story. It hears one and starts changing chemistry to match the plot. Imagine this as the moment right before lightning. Air thick, smell of ozone, every molecule whispering something's about to happen. That's your life right now. Charged with the possibility of becoming who you were always pretending not to be. And as you hear these words, neurons fire in patterns of curiosity. Dendrites reach out like roots through soil that suddenly remembers rain. That's how learning happens. Quietly, biologically, automatically. You don't try to grow. You simply stop interrupting it. And you might wonder, what happens when someone stops interrupting their own evolution? Maybe things that used to feel impossible start feeling obvious. Maybe confidence begins sneaking in, disguised as calm. Maybe the mind starts deleting the old can't files to free up bandwidth for creation. Because it's all just electricity taking a new route. Now picture the big picture. The you, that's a field of light. Billions of cells vibrating like a crowd at the edge of a stage, waiting for the drop. Every breath is the baseline. Every decision, a remix of destiny. When you focus on what you love, voltage rises. When you focus on fear, the circuit shorts. So the lesson's simple and scientific. Attention conducts energy. You're literally built to point reality. And isn't it strange when you finally stop chasing enlightenment and start embodying it? You realize enlightenment was chasing you all along. It's been standing in line behind your excuses, coughing politely, waiting to be acknowledged. You might already notice your breath deepening as that recognition lands, because the body, it always celebrates truth with oxygen. And every time you notice yourself noticing, the unconscious updates the code. Each word now is a key, unlocking a door you already built. The door labelled freedom to act, freedom to speak, freedom to shine without apology. And some part of you might resist thinking, but what if I lose people? And another part smiles, because that's exactly how gravity loses weight, by letting go. So while one hand loosens the path, the other steadies the compass forward. And from this point on, the more light you let in, the more grounded you become. Because real spirituality doesn't float away. It grows roots. Roots strong enough to lift entire generations out of all frequencies. See yourself 6 months out, running on this new operating system. Decisions crisp, boundaries clean, laughter louder. Notice how the right people start orbiting you, because frequency recognizes itself. That's the positive feedback loop of coherence. And imagine not acting, ignoring this turning. You'd keep repeating the same signal interference, same tired stories, same ache of almost. Energy would stagnate, cortisol rise, creativity choke. That's the cost of static. Evolution doesn't punish. It just keeps repeating the lessons until you move. So now your nervous system gets the memo. Growth feels good. Clarity is addictive. Truth is oxygen. And as these phrases sink past analysis, the deeper mind takes note in the language it understands. Images, sensation, rhythm. Later, it'll replay them as impulses, sudden motivation, unexpected calm, an urge to act decisively. That's the installation doing its work. From the microscopic, neurons firing in sync, to the cosmic, solar winds brushing Earth's magnetic skin. You're part of that same circuitry. You don't raise frequency, you remember it. Every exhale resets coherence. Every inhale downloads the next version of you. And from this breath forward, it's automatic to orient toward light, to convert pain into wisdom, to translate confusion into clarity, to speak with the calm authority of someone who's already arrived. So while your conscious mind keeps listening to these final lines, the rest of you, the part that actually runs things, is already installing, integrating, aligning. Because the truth, when it's finally accepted, doesn't need to be forced. It simply turns on. And somewhere behind your eyes, a little spark smiles, because it knows the update's complete.